Last time on Into the Mystic Sea.
Morning, everybody. We are going through Whale Cut today. If you're familiar with this, you know it can be pretty treacherous. It is a gorgeous day. Char picked a great weather window for us to get through. We stayed last night at a little place called Archer's Key, and today we're going to Green Turtle. Welcome back to Into the Mystic Sailing. We're leaving Green Turtle Cay and we're going to Nunjack. Nunjack is a tiny little key. The weather is settled just right so that we can get in. It's a little anchorage, but we can get in there. We're staging up as we start heading back, but we have a little weather coming in, so we're going to move over to the mainland to a little place called Cooperstown and wait out some weather coming out of the west. This is what Nunjack looks like. We spent time at Green Turtle Cay, and we are slowly making our way back westward so that we can stage up and cross the Little Bahamas Bank and the Gulf Stream to get back to Fort Pierce. This is what it looks like. It's just gorgeous beaches, beautiful, quiet, just a few boats in the anchorage, just really a cool spot as we continue our time in the Bahamas. We love walking the beaches. One of the things that you find over there are things called sea beans, all different varieties. What they are seeds or things that have literally drifted across the ocean. And you just walk the beach and there's all kinds of different varieties of them. So we spent a lot of time with our friends Phil and Laura walking beaches, looking for shells, sea beans, and treasures, as we call them. We're going snorkeling again. We spend a lot of time in the water. It's every day. We are in the water at some point doing something. Here's some just gorgeous video. We love diving and swimming, and we can pick up sea glass. We pick up shells, just all kinds of stuff. There's so much wildlife. Look at the fish there. How gorgeous is that, right? I've said it before, and I said it all through the Bahamas. I would say almost every day. Can you believe we're here? Like, how lucky are we to even get to be here? The reefs are in great shape. Lots and lots of wildlife. You could spend as much time there as you wanted and never see the same thing twice. How beautiful. You never get tired of this view. It was wonderful to wake up, look out the window, and this is what you would see every day. People ask us, how did you spend your days? Like what was a typical day for you? Wake up when you want to wake up, have coffee, breakfast. If you wanted to read, play guitar, do a boat project, any of that kind of stuff. But eventually, it all leads back to this. We're always around the water, in the water. It's just how you spend your days. So we would snorkel, swim, walk the beaches, looking for different stuff, find trails to hike, help each other out with a boat project, whatever needed to be done, or a lot of times it was nothing that needed to be done. But what a great place to do it. If you are the kind of person that enjoys walking along the beach, hunting for shells or treasures, or just exploring, man, there's nothing better. Perfect white sand beaches, gorgeous crystal clear water. As I've said, the weather is pretty consistent. If it was 82 for a high today, it would be 78 for a low tonight. Once the easterly trade winds set in, winds coming from the east, once those trade winds set in, you could count every day on winds from about 14 to 18 miles an hour all day, every day. They would lay down a little bit at night, so you had a nice breeze. It wasn't so rocky that it was difficult to sleep, but we spent our days looking for treasures and walking on these beaches and really just marveling at the fact that we got to spend part of our time here. How gorgeous. As I said, we spent a lot of time walking the beaches, just enjoying it, relaxing, just having a great time with it. So fortunate to be able to do it with our friends Phil and Laura on Love Song and Eric on Doctor's Orders. And we got to spend time. Here it is, ITM Into the Mystic 26. Phil, genius Phil, sends a thing, writes in the sand, don't send help. Some of the treasures we found. Some days we just do a dinghy ride. Just take off on the dinghy and just see how far we could go. See what was around the next bend, the next corner. Phil and Laura and some other friends of ours on Ziggy, they got in their dinghies much faster, much more powerful than ours, went out to a reef in the Atlantic Ocean on that side, anchored out and dove a wall reef out there in the ocean. Just as much as you want to see, as busy as you want to be, and yet perfectly relaxed. So as I said, we were expecting some weather to come out of the west. We have a big exposure to the west, so we're going to try to tuck in. We go across Little Abacos, and we get over to Cooperstown, which is just a cute little area. It's a town, as it were. We anchored in front of the town dock, and this is what it looked like. Great little town, nice little bakery. We were fortunate. We all got to anchor right by each other again. And that's how we look out for weather. So when weather's coming out of the west, we want to have protection from that wind. So you tuck up as close to land as you can between you and wherever the weather is coming from, just so that you can have a little more peaceful of a ride. So this is what it looks like. Weather's coming from the west. We anchor in front of Cooperstown City Dock and just wait for a little bit of weather. Nothing tragic, but here's what it looks like. Rain, a little bit of wind. But again, we're just trying to tuck up to limit our exposure to fetch, where wind and waves create an uncomfortable situation for you. So we try to limit that as much as we can, and Cooperstown was a great place to do it. So once the storm passes, we have blue skies again. We walk into town. This is the M&M restaurant. It is not a tourist restaurant. We happened to meet the owner, just a sweet, fun lady. Some of the best food that we have the entire time we were in the Bahamas. Lobster, chicken, anything you wanted. These meals were about $15 a piece. She would take your order. You would hear her go in the back, make the food, and then she would bring it back out. Just one more of the really cool memories and experiences that we got to have while we were there. We're so fortunate we got to go to Cooperstown. It hadn't even been on our list of places to go to, but when the weather is dictating where you move, you go where you can, and it was so great that we got to be there. It was a really cool little town. You just walk to wherever you want to go. There's no cabs. There was a great bakery that we stumbled on across from the school. We went in and got fresh baked goods for breakfast one morning. Just really cool. Just another dinghy ride that we're taking here. You can see how the formation has done it over the years. Look how clear that water is. Just beautiful. Okay, that's going to wrap up our time in Cooperstown. Next week, we are going to continue to make our way a little bit north and west as we head back toward the States. Really appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Join us next week as we give you the update of where we're headed and what we're going to do.
We are currently at a place called Allen's Pensacola Key. It's in the Abacos, and we are staging up for a crossing back to the States. From here, we'll stay here a night or two. I'll flip this around in just a second, show you what it looks like. But we're going to go to a place called Great Sail Key, and then we'll stage there for the night. And then in the morning, we wake up and we will head all the way across the Little Bahamas Bank. We'll cross the Gulf Stream, and our destination is Fort Pierce.